I developed a tool head for the LumenPnP that can apply conductive ink automatically, but I think the most useful thing to dispense with this head is solder paste. Solder paste is tried and true for decades, the main way you should be connecting components onto a PCB. If I can adapt this tool head to work with solder paste, I can almost completely automate the PCB assembly process. The last one I designed was okay, but it didn't have nearly enough oomph. The stepper motor that I used was pretty small. I only used a 1-to-1 gear ratio on the gears that actually drives the ink. Ideally, I gave a little bit of a mechanical advantage here, giving myself a little more torque for actually extruding. And solder paste is way more viscous than this ink, so I'm gonna need all the power I can get from this. But I did learn a lot from making this head, so let's make one that's a little bit beefier and is gonna be able to extrude solder paste. Am I an idiot? I'm an idiot. And it's offset by a lot. Wow. That's so cool. Just need to extrude less, and I think I need to prime more because R1 is that first one that I'm doing, and that one looks closer to good, so I think I need to hit steady state earlier with my prime, and then as I'm actually extruding, I just need to be quicker about it. Holy crap. That's it. After a bit of process tuning, it's pretty consistent. It's a really good thing I added that mechanical advantage and a bigger motor because it was fighting a little bit at the beginning. I had to up the current just a bit from the default current that we use for the Lumen on its normal motors, but still well within the boundary of what this motor can handle. And the mechanical advantage with the gearing helps a ton too. So now it's no problem to extrude this paste out. I'm using Loctite GC10, which, by the way, the best paste you can get. Room temperature stable, lasts for years as long as you don't expose it to a lot of air. Great reflow. Highly recommend. And it extrudes it out great. I wasn't able to get all the air out of the syringe when I was loading it, which is really frustrating because when you have a little bit of air in the syringe, when you compress it, the air will actually compress and it acts like kind of like a pressure spring. So even if you stop driving the plunger down, that air will still put a little bit of force out on your paste and you'll get kind of like a drip, an ooze that you'll see in like a 3D printer nozzle. And the less air you have in the syringe, the less of that effect you get. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of purging the nozzle to start. I extrude a whole bunch, I have some come out, I clean the nozzle and I let it delay for a little bit to kind of let most of that pressure work its way out. And then I move to each position, extrude a little bit, wait just a second, and then I go to the next one and I kind of have this running kind of active pressure in the syringe. Ideally, it's a little more deterministic and there isn't this spring variable in my equation of calculating volume based on extrusion distance. That would be nice. Eventually getting these syringes packed solid with solder paste I think will help reduce this, and then it can be tuned way more accurately and consistently. But this is just me trying to shove a bunch of paste in there. It's not gonna be that great. So the next logical step at this point is we put parts on it afterwards, and then we reflow it all one fell swoop. I'm imagining a little Python utility that you can drop your KiCad file into. It pulls out all the positions, and then it gives you a little script you can run for your Lumen to automatically apply your paste. So if you wanna really quickly iterate on getting some boards in, you don't wanna have to deal with a stencil, getting it aligned, doing all the squeegee stuff. You just just slap it on your Lumen, it puts all the paste out on it for you. Bob's your uncle. That is just the coolest thing. That is the coolest thing. This is now what I feel like is the culmination of a 3-video arc. This is a PCB that was fully pasted and placed on one machine with parts that are not coming off. They are soldered on with production solder paste. With some tuning of the process and some software to automatically generate the G-code, this is fully automatic paste in place. One machine. You can get PCBs made in 24 hours. Those boards get to your door, slap it on the machine. Don't even think about a stencil. It just puts the paste where it needs to go, puts all the parts on, and like 25 hours from ordering the board to it's in your hand working. That's sick. That's so cool. I'm really excited about this. There are some caveats in that now there's only one nozzle, but that's not the end of the world. It's pretty easy to just swap out a nozzle tip halfway through the job, and it's still way more hands-off than having to deal with the whole stencil setup. I've just been testing this with 0603 pads. I don't know how well this would work with like a TQFP footprint. With a smaller opening tip and a fair amount of tuning, I think it could be pretty good. But some of you might remember this, but years ago, I actually did a video of putting a paste extruder onto the earliest versions of the Lumen when I was still in like very early development. And one of the reasons I really was hesitant to do it with solder paste was because you're supposed to refrigerate solder paste. And then as it's in the tube and it warms up to room temperature, it changes its viscosity. So you have to deal with like a constantly changing material while you're trying to extrude it. And that was a real pain in the butt. GC10, this solder paste, which is everything we use here, it's a really excellent solder paste, is room temperature stable. So you can tune it for this paste and it's not gonna change. That really changes the game in my mind of not having to have this like dynamic, constantly changing extrusion parameters based on the temperature. None of that. It's just set it for room temp and move on. I definitely extruded too much solder paste. You can see on the board, like it's pretty blobby around each connection. So ideally it's quite a bit less paste coming out, but that's an easy parameter to tweak. I could get that with another hour of messing with this. Now this is working pretty darn well. It still definitely needs some tuning, but I know that there's a lot of folks, our customers, community members that want to play around with paste extrusion. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to make a limited run kit of this paste extruder, of what I have here that is working and I made this board with. And it's going to be a beta. This is like, pick this up if you want to try paste extrusion on your Lumen. You have a weird application, you're trying to extrude some interesting kind of paste and you just kind of want the hardware set up so you can deal with the software. There's a link in the description and I'll pin a comment too with a link if you want to check it out. It should work with definitely V4, V3 machines. I think it'll work with V2 as well. I'm gonna make a little adapter PCB that you can just unplug the cable that goes into your L motor, and it just plugs into a little adapter PCB that connects it to this normal NEMA 11 that we have for this build. But this is really cool, and I think this process would benefit from a lot of people having the hardware on their machine to play around with and tune it and find cool stuff to do with this. The whole benefit of open sourcing stuff to begin with. And if you just want to source all the parts yourself, that's rad too. There's a link to the repo in the description as well. But yeah, the Lumen could do it all now. It could do paste, it could put the parts on. Now we just need to embed a hot plate into the staging plate. So after it's done putting all the parts on, it will reflow in situ. How cool would that be? That would be sick. That's so freaking cool. Whoops. Ah! All right, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.